The biggest thing I get asked is, how do you find your people in college? So I wanted to really dive into the topic of female friendships and finding your people in college when you are the youngest person in the room. I've always had my core group of childhood best friends who have been by my side through everything, so talking about these topics exclude them entirely. So when I first got to college, my first instinct was to become friends with the people in my grade. And then after the pandemic, I was, really trying to befriend upperclassmen girls who were already over 21, and they were just having really different life experiences that I was. So if we're thinking like I was a 17, 18-year-old junior, and these girls were 20, 21. We were just not on the same page, life-wise, dating-wise, social life-wise. I also encountered a couple of girls who really wanted to befriend me quickly, and I kind of wished I had approached that relationship with a little bit more discernment, because I was so excited to want to be included in these things, but I felt a little bit like I was like a fun doll in a way that some older girls would want to help me dress up and grow up too quickly and kind of have experiences that I was not ready for. Nothing against them. This is really something that I can only realize in retrospect how young I actually was, because of course when you are younger, you are the oldest you've ever been and you think you're so much more mature than you actually are. So if you're trying to befriend older girls in college, look for the girls who never had a little sister but always wanted one. And it was in those girls and my sorority and my big sister that I found people who really wanted to take me under their wing and protect me and kind of show me the ropes of college. And this kind of looked more like shielding me from things that I wasn't ready for, or helping me navigate situations that were entirely new for me in terms of dating, or giving me the scoop on people's reputations, and like holding my hand throughout that process, which I'm so grateful to have found those women, because I never had a big sister growing up. So look for those girls and just try to discern people's true intentions. Eventually, I found girls my age who I could befriend, and they are the type of women who celebrate each other's accomplishments. So if you're starting college young, don't befriend the girls or try to chase after these friendships that make you feel like you have to shrink yourself or minimize to fit in. I feel like those dynamics with girls can really just sow a lot of jealousy and resentment and competitiveness in those kind of friendships, and they aren't fun. When you have supportive, genuine, authentic girlfriends, it's really life-changing, and I hope that everyone can experience that in their life. And these are going to be the girls who are doing their own thing. They're not trying to chase after the status quo or the trends to be liked, or chase after the guy who everyone's wanting to talk to and beat other girls to win his attention. These are going to be the girls who are focused, they have strong goals. People who kind of have that acceleration on their life path will bring you forward and empower you with them. That makes sense. There's enough seats at the table for opportunities to go around and everyone to be happy for each other, and we all live happily ever after in Barbie land. So yeah, it took a little bit of time to figure out the ropes of college, and I didn't really know at first whether to act my age or to try to act older to fit in and seem like I belonged. But the people who are going to be your lifelong friends, and especially girlfriends in college, are going to be the people who like you for exactly who you are, and you don't have to put on an act to feel comfortable with these type of friends. They're the kind of girls who you feel like you've known their whole life, and people's intentions show over time. So give yourself some grace if you feel like you've fallen into the traps of toxic friendships. They happen to everyone, and you will find your people.